If there's one department where no other brand comes close to Apple, it's gotta be the MacBooks. Be it the Pros, the Airs, these are proper powerhouses packed in such a beautiful all-metal body. But then the reality kind of hits. All of this costs a bomb. You want it so bad, but then there's always the hefty price tag, or you get older MacBooks on a discount. But what if I tell you that Apple's about to launch an affordable MacBook with all the latest tech and features, budget pricing? That sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's complicated. You know what? I'm gonna tell you everything about the new budget MacBooks. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. I'll just wait. And yeah, let's get on with it, shall we? So the biggest question when it comes to a budget MacBook or MacBook SE or whatever it's called is how budget it's gonna be. Because I'm not really sure that people at Apple know what budget really means. But hey, credit where it's due, the Mac division has been kind of sane, and from the leaks and rumors, it looks like this new budget MacBook is going to cost somewhere between $599 to $699. And if you go by the pricing of MacBooks in India, this should be a pretty straightforward conversion, and that means the budget MacBook should be around $50K, even lower with maybe bank discounts, student discounts. So it kind of looks like that Tim Apple is cooking a Har Ghar MacBook Yojana. And yeah, it's great. Now the next big question is, what will you get in this new budget MacBook? That's where the elephant in the room comes in. And no, I'm not the elephant. God damn it. Look, I'm talking about the fact that this budget MacBook is set to be powered by the Apple A18 Pro chipset. Yes, I'm not kidding. It's the same A18 Pro that powers the iPhone 16 Pro, no M series chipset here. And I know what you're thinking, a mobile smartphone processor on a MacBook. Yeah, that's gonna suck. No, you suck for not subscribing. And no, the A18 Pro, if you look at the Geekbench scores, in single core scores higher than both the M1 and the M2 chipsets in a MacBook Air. Just pause everything. Just think for a moment that an iPhone processor is actually faster than what is an already super fast processor that beats other Intel chipsets in the same price range. It's insane. Even in the multi-core test, it's pretty close, which is awesome. And yes, the GPU score isn't better, but it's fairly close again. And the A18 Pro is a 3nm chipset, so it's more efficient too. I know of so many people using MacBook Air M1 or the MacBook Air M2, and even after so many years, the performance is just solid, reliable, so I'm pretty sure the A18 Pro can handle macOS fine. The A18 Pro is an ARM chipset, just like the M series chipset, so macOS, all the apps are already compatible, already optimized, so kind of just makes sense. Now it's Apple, so it cannot be all perfect, and my only concern with this new budget MacBook is that Apple is going to put 8GB RAM on this. I know MacBooks have moved to 16GB RAM in the base variant as a standard, but I still think that this will have 8GB RAM, and that's because 1, 8GB RAM is the minimum requirement to run Apple Intelligence, and 2, the 16 Pro, which comes with 8GB RAM, so yeah, I don't like this. Now we all know that Mac does swap memory really well, and 8GB RAM should be enough for a lot of people, as we've seen on the MacBook Air M1, but yeah, I'm just hoping that I'm wrong on this, and more than that, I'm just hoping that Apple does not pull an Apple here and puts in 128GB storage in the base variant. Please Apple, please Tim, don't do it, please. Now the next big question is, what's the design gonna be like? MacBooks, everyone wants a great design, and there's honestly two schools of thought when it comes to leaks and reports. See, first up, there are reports that Apple will be using the 12-inch MacBook design from 2015, and it's a good design, crazy sleek, but it has that butterfly keyboard that, well, didn't exactly fly. Then there are reports that the new budget MacBook will have the same design as the MacBook Air M1, but come in more brighter colors similar to an iMac. So there should be a standard silver version, a new blue version, there's also going to be a pink, and there's going to be this new poppy yellow version. Yep, this yellow would be pretty awesome. Now the MacBook Air M1 design means the same all-metal design that's sleek, solidly built, the same wedge design that we all miss in the new Airs, and all the same premium features, be it the fantastic keyboard, the great glass touchpad with haptics, speakers that no Windows laptop can match, a 50-watt battery that should easily last for 8 to 10 hours considering the 18 Pro is even more efficient. Yes, this would also mean that the new MacBook SE will have the same old 13-inch IPS display from the M1 Air, which by the way is really good in terms of sharpness, colors and brightness, but yeah, it does have those bezels and does not quite match up to OLED screens in Windows laptops. Also, the inclusion of A18 Pro also means that this new MacBook will not have a Thunderbolt port. So data transfer speeds will be limited to 10 Gbps and you'll only be able to connect one external monitor to the Mac. But I'm kind of okay with this because who connects multiple displays on a budget laptop? Now, what I'm not too sure about is the fact that there are reports that this new MacBook will just have a single USB-C port for data transfer, for charging, for DisplayPort. And Apple has done this before in the 12-inch MacBook, so it is possible, but I'm really hoping it's not. Look, we all know why MacBooks are so popular. They're premium, don't slow down easily, they're just super reliable, and people use it for years and years. And all of these traits are kind of hard to find in Windows laptops, especially in this price range. I mean, this is the biggest reason why the MacBook Air M1 still sells so well and still makes sense. But the truth is, it is 5 years old now, and that's where this new budget MacBook comes in. I mean, the 18 Pro will likely offer better performance in day-to-day usage, and it'll last longer too. And if this new MacBook does go with the Air M1 design, I'd be glad, because that shiz is timeless. Yes, like all things from Apple, this is not gonna be perfect, that's for sure. But for a lot of people who are looking for a solid laptop around 50K, maybe for work, maybe for school, this is gonna be a solid option, a game changer, a fantastic laptop to buy. I mean, hopefully this will wake up the Windows manufacturers and they start making some really killer laptops, because this new budget MacBook is gonna be huge. You know what? Who else needs to wake up? You guys. Just hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.